Hey guys, welcome to my July favorites. I'm going to start this favorites off with something a little bit different. Usually I just kind of stick straight with makeup, occasionally skincare, occasionally hair care, other stuff. But I want to talk about something that I absolutely love. I mean, it's a July favorite. So I purchased this bag from Pkwy. It's this like fun leopard print canvas, cotton canvas bag, and it has top handles and it has like a shoulder strap. So Pkwy is like a San Francisco based company. This is not sponsored, or I purchased these myself. I started to talk about the company and I was like, oh my God, this sounds like an ad. It's not. I just wanted to share this with you because I'm actually a big fan of Pkwy. I have a bunch of their duck bags. These are called duck bags. I have a bunch of them. This is probably my fourth one. I've gotten a lot as like swag and things like that. Anyway, I just fell in love with this fun leopard print. Pkwy is a San Francisco-based company. They use a lot of recycled materials in their bags. So I've always just been a fan of the company. I've been a fan of their products. They're really, really durable. Like this canvas bag lasts through pretty much anything. So I fell in love with the leopard print, decided I needed to get this. And there's even like a little interior zipper bag in here. It's $34. I will of course link everything down below in my description box if you're interested, but they have like solid colors, they have like stripes, they have all kinds of different patterns and solid colors and things. So I just love these as like a little kick around bag. They're great to pack because you can just kind of fold them up. You know, it doesn't matter if they like wrinkle or anything. And they're great for just kind of like that side bag. So I like to carry like knitting projects in here, my water bottle. If I'm going to be out all day, I'll have like snacks, water bottle, things that I'm afraid to kind of like put into my normal handbag in case for whatever reason it leaks or it opens up or whatever. So I picked up this bag, and then they had these travel pouches. So, you know, I'm going to New York very, very soon. And in fact, wait, when are you going to see this? No, I will not have left for New York yet, but going to New York soon. I'm going to Japan in September, and I wanted little travel pouches. So this is their nylon. And again, in that leopard print. And I have a bunch of their nylon bags, but like in different shapes. These are the first ones that I've purchased in this just kind of flat set. So I love these. The quality of their products are really nice. And their nylon fabric, much like their cotton canvas, utilizes like recycled fibers in here as well. So this set was, does it say? Yeah, this set was $38. So not terribly expensive. Oh, and I'm just realizing the bottom of these bags, here you can see here, they're gusseted. So they'll actually sit flat. Like if you put a bunch of stuff in here, they'll actually kind of stand up. So that is really cool. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. I thought it was really cute. And if you do travel as much as I do, then I think you'll really appreciate this brand. So anyway, everything will be linked down below. Not sponsored, not gifted or anything. I just wanted to mention those things. So let's go ahead and jump into the makeup. If you're new to my channel, what I like to do when I talk about my favorites is put as much of it onto my face, and I'll record myself doing so, and I'll do a split screen of me using as many of the products that I can. Let's go ahead and start with base products. Now, I've noticed this month, I haven't really deviated too much from a lot of my other favorites, or favorites from previous months, I should say. It just hasn't changed that much. There is one base product, which is what I have on today, that I've kind of slipped in here and there this past month that I really, really enjoy, and it's been great for the summertime, and that is the 3Lab Aqua BB. It has an SPF 40, and it utilizes physical sunscreen versus chemical sunscreen, which is, I think, the direction I'm going in. So I'm trying to just stick with like physical mineral sunscreens versus chemical sunscreens. I feel like I just keep hearing more and more bad things about chemical sunscreen. Anyway, better safe than sorry. So I've been enjoying this cushion foundation, and again, that's what I have on my face today. So it's just a typical cushion foundation. There's really nothing terribly fancy about this packaging. There's a mirror on the inside. It does come with a little cushion here, but I like to use a sponge. So I'll use my Juno & Co sponge. I'll use my Sonia Kashuk sponge that you guys have seen me use 1,000 times. I have it in the shade 1. I believe there's I think there's 3 shades, and I'm not going to go so far as to say like they're this kind of like self-adjusting coloring, but they do sort of work with the undertone of your skin. So I feel like their color range is good from like fair to medium. Unfortunately, it's not that broad, but I have shade number 1. It is made in the US, and I just really like the finish that it gives my skin. There's a little bit of radiance. Now, when I first put it on, it looks very, very radiant. But as soon as it kind of melds with my skin, kind of sinks in a little bit, it starts to look really, really natural. By the end of the day, I am a little bit glowy, I will say. So I don't know if I would recommend this for someone with like extremely oily skin. But if you have dry skin like I do, if you have sensitive skin like I do, this hasn't bothered my skin at all. And sometimes I have a sensitivity to physical mineral sunscreens, excuse me, and this hasn't bothered me at all. So I've really been enjoying this. I love the finish. I love the coverage. It's like a light medium coverage. You can still see some of my sunspots, so it's not going to be like a medium to full kind of coverage. And I like that. I like that for the summertime, like something really natural. So that's the 3Lab Aqua BB SPF 40 cushion foundation. Really been enjoying this. The other foundation that I have beaten this dead horse into the ground, but this is the Sisley Tinted Sunscreen Cream. I have it in the shade 1 Natural. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to go on too much more about this because you guys have heard me talk about this like almost every single month. But I love this, especially in the summertime, because this is a tinted sunscreen. So it's just great. It's great. It's so perfecting. And if you guys saw, not my last live stream, but the live stream before, like last week's, I use this and it's like magic. You can see me actually kind of like applying it and how it just becomes like so skin-like. And it has like really decent coverage, but it doesn't look heavy at all. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So that's the Sisley Sunscreen Cream. And I've been using this a lot this past month. In terms of like concealer, highlighting pens, I've stuck with my Sisley Fito Lumiere pen. I think I mentioned this last month, the month before. So today I'm using it kind of all around my eyes. I just kind of like dabbed it on areas of my skin that I felt like I need a little bit more help. And I just love it. It has like a really nice, very, very soft kind of coverage. It's definitely on the lighter side, and I think it works well with like lighter coverage foundations. I don't like to use a really heavy coverage concealer when I'm using a light foundation because then I feel like the disparity is really obvious. So I like to use a light concealer when I use light coverage foundation, and this one just is the one that I've been reaching for like this entire summer. So that's the Sisley Fito Lumiere, and I have it in the shade number 2. And then the same with my loose powder. Nothing new here. Nothing new to see. The Kogendo Natural Lighting Powder. I just love it. I love it. I can't get away from it. I've been using also the La Prairie Skin Caviar powder, but that one has such an intense fragrance. I feel like I almost have to like psych myself up to use it like, okay, we're going to use a La Prairie today. But with the Kogendo, there's no fragrance. The finish is absolutely beautiful. And I've just gone back to using the Kogendo powder all the time. So that's what I have on my skin today. It's great. I find it's like appropriate for any occasion. It doesn't have additional coverage or anything. It just really sets down my foundation. I mean, there's no glitters or anything like that, but it's not flat matte at all. It somehow is able to set down my foundation and like, I guess it kind of just like dulls any radiance that my foundation will have, but it doesn't completely erase it. It just kind of filters it. It's really, really beautiful on the skin, and I have been talking about it nonstop ever since I got it like late last year. So that's the Natural Lighting Powder from Kogendo. We're going to move on. So for bronzer, I have the La Mer bronzer on today, and I've been reaching for this one a little bit more this past month than some of my other ones. I think I mentioned this in my last month's favorite, where I tend to be pretty good about kind of going through my bronzers and my highlighters especially. I'll like go through my entire drawer and just kind of pick out ones that I haven't used very often, or I'll try and just use a different one every day. I try and just kind of go through my collection. So sometimes it's hard to pick out a favorite because I do like to kind of, you know, change it up every day. But I feel like there's always one or two that kind of rise to the top that I always kind of reach for, or I have to say to myself, don't use that again, use something else. But that is the La Mer, the bronzing powder. This, I believe it's limited edition for this summer. La Mer seems to always kind of come out with a bronzing powder of some sort every summer. And this year's, I just love. I absolutely love. So that's what I have on my face today. I pretty much just focus my brush in these two sections of the bronzer. This one has a lot of shimmer, as you can see, and it's really nice if you want to use it as kind of like a bronze topper, or if you want to kind of meld everything together with like your blush, your bronzer, your highlight, kind of in this area where it all kind of comes together. I like kind of buffing it in there, but generally I'll just use my brush in these two sections and then just brush it wherever I would, you know, kind of bronzer. So what I love about this bronzer is it has a really nice subtle satin sheen. It's not a flat matte, but it's not shimmery in any way. So it just gives my skin, I feel like, a really nice, healthy glow. It's very, very soft, but the undertone of this bronzer is really nice. It's almost like there's a little bit of peach under there. I had been using the Tom Ford Terra a lot, and that one just has a very cool kind of neutral undertone. That one's great if I kind of don't know what color direction I'm going to go in. But this one has been really nice, especially considering I've been doing a lot of green eyeshadow. It just seems to go really, really nicely with that. And of course, I'll talk about what I have on my eyes a little bit later. But I've just been reaching for this one, and it seems to really be working well with like the eyeshadow looks that I've been going with. So that's La Mer, the bronzing powder. It has, I should mention, it has a very slight La Mer fragrance. It definitely has kind of settled down since I've purchased this a few months ago, but it's slight, and I happen to like the La Mer fragrance. I don't mind it, but I thought I would mention that in case that bothers you. So anyway, that's the La Mer, the bronzing powder. Oh, let's talk about this. So this I purchased during the Nordstrom anniversary sale. It's the Laura Mercier, whoa, I almost dropped it. The Laura Mercier Très Chic palette. I love this. This, I think, was my like big win from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. This is such a beautiful face palette. I love these blushes. So I have this blush, which is peach. I actually have it in a single. And then this one is rose, which I don't have other than in this palette. So I have the peach on today, and it's lovely. It's almost like the bronzing powder. It has like this really, really nice sheen to it, but I don't find that it's like glittery or too sparkly or too shimmery at all. It just has a really nice, healthy satin kind of finish, and I just love it. There's like a little bit of like a gold undertone to the peach. It's great. This rose color, it's a little bit flatter than the peach. The peach definitely has much more of like a satin sheen to it. The rose is definitely more of like just kind of a straight up demi matte kind of blush. And then the other 4 products in here are really lovely. I couldn't fit it all on my face today, but I enjoy the bronzers. I enjoy the highlighters. They're really lovely. In fact, I mix the 2 highlighters together because I find this one a little bit too light for me. This one's a little bit too warm for me. And when I mix the 2, it's like perfect. So this face palette is definitely a big, big winner from this past month, and I think the biggest winner from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I absolutely love it. Okay, and for a highlighter, I have been loving this Ofra Samantha March collaboration. So this is the one that has like 4 quarters in here, and it's split between like pink and yellow. I pretty much just use my brush between the 2 of these, and that's what I have on my face today. And when I first purchased this, I thought, oh, it's probably gonna be a little bit too icy. I may have to mix it with something else. But I kind of like it. Like, as strong of a highlight it is, and as like brilliant as the Ofra highlights are, it seems to just sort of meld right into my skin. And I feel like, while this is probably definitely on the icier side for me, I feel like it looks really, really pretty. So I have been enjoying this. I've been pairing it with other highlights. I've been wearing it alone, like today, I'm wearing it alone. And it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And again, a big congratulations to Samantha March on this collab. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, eyebrows, absolutely nothing new. Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. It's what I have on my brows today. It's what I continuously use. I will continuously use this. I think they've come out with a new color. So I use Espresso. I think they've come out with a new color, Granite. And I am very, very tempted to try it, but I have 2 backups of Espresso. So I'm afraid I'm gonna fall in love with that color, but I think I'm gonna hold off until I think I'm done with this one at least, and I only have 1 backup. But I am very, very curious about the Granite. If any of you out there have tried the Fiber Brow Gel from Tom Ford in the new color Granite, please let me know what you think. I think the Espresso works fine, but I think Granite would be nice just for something a little bit cooler, maybe for the fall, winter. So let me know if you tried it. I would love to hear your thoughts. But that is what's in my brows, pretty much what's always in my brows. I just can't seem to get away from it. All right, next let's talk about eyeshadow. Now, I have developed a slight obsession. I don't use the word obsession very often. I don't use it lightly. But I cannot stop using the Natasha Denona 28 pan eyeshadow palette in green brown. It's what I have on my eyes today. And I feel like I've used this every single day since I got it earlier this month. It is so beautiful. I got it at Selfridges when they were having a sale. I thought, why not? You know, even though it's old, it's something I've always wanted. So I got it. And when I got it, I opened it up and my breath was literally taken away. I've seen pictures of it. I've seen testers in stores and I've always, looks really pretty. But when I saw brand new and completely untouched, I was like I've never seen anything quite so beautiful. So love this. Oh, so let me tell you what I have on my eyes today. I started with this color. I pretty much put that all over my lid, and then I moved over to this color to add just a little bit of dimension. I've been doing that a lot. Like I'll start with these two colors and then I'll kind of go out from there. So I start with these two colors. Oh, and then I use this color and kind of deepened out my outer corner, deepened up like my little socket area. And then I decided to use this color today, a color I actually had not used yet. And I just use that kind of all over the rest of my lid here. And then I use this color to kind of brighten up my inner corners and just bring it, you know, down here a little bit. So that's all I use today, but I feel like at this point, no, I still see some shadows that are untouched, but I'm getting to it. I'm getting to like all of the shadows. I've really been focusing a lot on these 6 greens here because I just love them, and like a lot of these neutrals, but this is such a beautiful palette, and I love the formula. I think it's great. I mean, I'm a big fan of Natasha Denona's current formula that she uses, but I'm a big fan of these I think velvet shades. They're like a satin, like a really, really light satin shade, a little bit more than just a demi matte, but they are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I love this palette, and I'm going to be traveling soon, and I don't know if I want to bring this whole palette to travel with, but I may because this would be the only palette that I would need. So this has been a huge favorite in the month of July. And the mascara I've been loving is the Tom Ford Lash Raise Mascara. I think I've mentioned this maybe the past couple of favorites, but I continuously use this. I have it on my lashes today, and I love it. I feel like it kind of keeps the curl of my lashes without it being waterproof, and I feel like it lengthens my lashes really nicely. So still enjoying this mascara, nothing new here. So, okay, I feel like I've been rushing because I've been wanting to get to lips because there are a lot of lips to talk about. Now, the Lisa Eldridge like Summer Pinks collection, huge favorite of mine. I can't say enough good things about them. I am not a pink lipstick wearer. I wear bright lipsticks every once in a while, but there's something about these 4 colors that are so amazing. I don't want to talk about them too much because they have been sold out. They are sold out at the moment. I believe she's bringing back Rainbow Spill and Skyscraper Rose later on in October, but there's no word about whether she's bringing back Go Lightly and Love of My Life. So the Go Lightly and the Love of My Life, these are the more sheer, creamy, moisturizing kind of lipsticks, and they're just stunning. They're bright, they're fun, like they're very, very pretty, but there's like a little bit of attitude in there. Like, I just love them. And then the 2 demi mattes, Rainbow Spill, this color is just like neon pink with a little bit of coral in there. It's such an interesting color. And then the big surprise for me was how much I love Skyscraper Rose. In the bullet, it looks like a very pretty kind of rose colored pink, but it is so much brighter on the lips. It's fuchsia, and it's a really, really, you know, exciting kind of lip color without, I feel like, looking too garish. And I love it. I love these lipsticks. So, you know, I don't know what her plans are for these lipsticks, if she's just going to keep bringing them back in sort of like limited stock. But I think it would be nice if she just had a lipstick line and these were kind of always available. I think that that would be awesome because they're really unique, and I think there is the demand. So I hope she does that, but I do think she's kind of bringing them back here and there, and hopefully if you haven't been able to get them, you will be able to next time. But let's talk about what I actually have on my lips. Let's do that. So I have my Sisley Beige Naturel lip liner on, and again, I have talked about these Sisley lip liners probably in the past couple of months' favorites, but I love these lip liners. These lip liners go on so softly and smoothly. They don't bleed, and then they set down, but they don't set down to the point where they feel a little bit drying on the lips. They feel exactly the way they feel when you put them on, just really creamy. But they do everything a lip liner does. It helps kind of control your lipstick from bleeding. It helps the longevity of my lipstick when I use a generous amount of it all over my lips. They're just great. So I'm a big fan of these. And then on top, you guys are not going to be surprised, but the Bond No. 9 Gramercy Park lipstick. So Bond No. 9 is a fragrance house. They launched lipsticks, I think over the holiday season. They came out with 9 red lipsticks. Well, they've come out with nudes, and Wow, I have fallen in love with the nudes. So Gramercy Park seems to be the one that I keep reaching for. It's just such a beautiful nude to me. It has just a hint of warmth in there, so it doesn't look too stark on my lips, which I don't necessarily mind, but I feel like this is a great kind of like everyday nude color. And the formula of these lipsticks are incredible. And I don't even think I noticed it when I purchased the red color, because I don't wear red lipsticks quite as often as I wear nudes. They're a lipstick that feels really thick when you apply it. So if you apply it straight from the bullet, you'll almost feel like it drag, like it's that thick. And I kept thinking, oh, okay, well, hopefully that'll make them long lasting or whatever, which they are. But they're kind of like a one swipe color. They're really pigmented. They go on very thickly. But as soon as it starts to just meld with your lips and settle in and set down, completely weightless. I don't feel the lipstick on my lips anymore. It is incredible. I've never experienced a lipstick formula quite like this. They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I have a bunch of the colors, but Gramercy Park is definitely one that I've been reaching for. And I wanted to mention, so I happen to love this extremely over-the-top tacky lipstick case. It's completely impractical. It's a pain in the butt to put in your purse, but I think it's really cool. And I love the homage to their perfume bottles. But what I wanted to mention was, a lot of people asked, you know, if these fit in other refillable cases. They don't fit in the Charlotte Tilbury refillable cases, but they do fit in the La Bouche Rouge cases. So here is a Bond number 9 refill, and it fits right into the La Bouche Rouge. So if you already have like a case kind of hanging around, you can kind of swap them out. Same thing. So if you're really into the bulky packaging the way I am, you can put your La Bouche Rouge refills into the Bond number 9. So they work together really nicely. So let me move this back before I completely confuse myself. I confuse easily, so let me move that back. So that's the lipstick I have on, and then I have the Hourglass Unreal Lip Gloss in Halo over on top of my lipstick, and I love it. I love these lip glosses. I have 3 colors in total, and this Halo has turned out to be my favorite like top coat. The other 2 that I have Solar, and I have something else. I'll list it down below in my description box, but I have 2 other colors, and I like kind of wearing those alone or just over lip liner. But this is kind of like a great lip topper if you just want to add just a little bit of shine, a little bit of glisten to your lips. This is great. This is also great alone, but I feel like in my mind, I've been reaching for this as a topper. So that's the Hourglass Unreal Lip Gloss. And then the brand new Clé de Peau Radiant Liquid Rouge lipsticks. So there's 2 finishes. There's Shine, which looks kind of like a gloss, almost like a vinyl lipstick. And then they have Matte, which is like a soft moussey texture, almost like the Giorgio Armani Lip Maestros. A little bit different, but very similar. So I've been loving the number 1 Sepia, which is a Shine formula. This formula is so beautiful. It really is kind of like a vinyl kind of lipstick, because it feels like you're coating your lips, but it's very, very thin. And I thought when I first got it, I thought it was going to be kind of similar to the Tom Ford Lip Lacquer Luxe vinyl lipsticks, but those are thicker. This is like a thinner version of that. And I think I like this texture a little bit more. I think if you want something really impactful and va-va-voom, the Tom Ford may be the way to go. But this is nice for like an easy lipstick. I think this is great for the summertime. And this sepia color, admittedly, I thought it was going to be a little bit more neutral and kind of brown based when I ordered it offline. At least that's what the swatch looked like on my computer. So when I got it, I was a little bit like, oh, okay, not disappointed, but it was just different than what I thought. So it's a little bit more peachy, more pinky than how I think it appears online, but it's really pretty. I mean, it's very, very wearable. It's probably more wearable than what I thought it was going to be, and wearable in that it's not too much of a statement. It's just kind of like a My Lips but better kind of color. So I've been loving this formula. It does last a little bit longer than you would think, much longer than just like a lip gloss, because it does have that kind of like vinyl like action, like it just kind of like wraps itself around your lips. So I've been loving this from Clé de Peau, and that's it. I'm gonna cut it off there. I feel like I could go on and talk about like 4 more lip products, but those are the ones that really stood out, and this is a favorites. This is not just a summary of the entire month. This is a favorite. So I'm just going to stop there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, everything will be listed down below in the description box. Please let me know what some of your favorites are down below in the comment section. Subscribe before you leave. I would love that. And I'll see you in my next video.